She was just a woman living a normal life. Or so she thought. Until one night, her phone buzzed with a message. "I'm watching you. I've been for weeks. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. The beginning." A soft rain tapped against the window of Sarah's apartment as she sat on the couch, scrolling through social media. It had been a quiet evening, a rarity in her usually chaotic life. The world outside felt distant, muted by the sound of the rain, as though it were offering her a brief respite from everything. That was until her phone buzzed. "I'm watching you. I've been for weeks. Don't worry, I'm not done yet." Sarah froze, her heart hammering in her chest. She stared at the message, her mind racing. It wasn't from anyone in her contacts. The number was unknown, but it felt personal. Too personal. She stood up, her fingers trembling as she clicked on the message. No reply came. Just that one chilling sentence. It wasn't the first time she'd felt uneasy, but this was different. This felt real. A shiver ran down her spine, and she glanced toward the darkened street outside her window. It was quiet. Too quiet. The investigation. Sarah tried to brush it off, assuming it was a prank or a spam message. But then it happened again. 2 days later. The message. "You think you're safe in there? I'm closer than you think." Her anxiety grew. That night, she checked every lock, bolted the windows, and left a light on in the hallway. But still, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching. The feeling that she wasn't alone in the quiet of her own apartment. Days passed, and the messages kept coming. Each one more unnerving than the last. They weren't just random lines. They were specific. Details of her day that no stranger could know. "You went to the coffee shop this morning. The barista smiled at you. I saw you drop your keys. Pick them up. They're still lying by the door." She began to feel paranoid. She checked her locks, the shadows in her home, the cracks in the blinds every time she heard a car pass by. But every time she felt safe, another message would come. The turn. The tension mounted, and Sarah couldn't take it anymore. She reached out to the police. Detective Brian Harris, a seasoned investigator with a calm demeanor, listened patiently as she explained the situation. "This is more than just a stalker," she said, voice shaking. "They know everything about me. Where I go, who I talk to. I'm scared." "We'll look into it," Harris assured her, but his words didn't comfort her. Something felt off, and she couldn't shake the thought that the police wouldn't be able to protect her from someone so clever. That night, the next message arrived. "You're thinking of telling the police, aren't you? You think they can help, but they won't. Because I'm closer than you think. In fact, you already know me." Her heart skipped a beat. She stared at the words, the truth sinking in slowly. The stalker wasn't just someone from her past. They were someone she knew. The realization. Desperation clawed at Sarah's mind. She racked her brain, trying to figure out who would have access to her life like this. She began to question everyone. Her friends, her family, her co-workers. It had to be someone close to her. Someone who knew her routines, her habits. Then, it hit her. The detective. Detective Harris had been the one who gave her the calm reassurance she'd needed when she first reached out for help. The one who knew all the right things to say. He was the one who had been gathering information about her from the beginning. Was he her stalker? Or was he just manipulating her into trusting him, only to lead her into a trap? The climax. Sarah decided to confront him. Her gut told her that the detective was more than he appeared to be. She arranged a meeting under the guise of needing more help, but deep inside, her fear was boiling over. She arrived at the police station under the pretense of giving additional details about the case. When she stepped into Harris's office, it was dimly lit, the blinds drawn. He sat behind his desk, his face expressionless. As she entered, his eyes flickered for just a second, but only for a moment, I got your messages, she said, her voice cold, betraying none of the panic that swirled inside her. I know you're behind this. The detective didn't blink. He didn't flinch. Instead, he slowly stood up from his chair and walked towards her. You think I'm the one tormenting you? He asked, his voice a low murmur. You've been running from the wrong person. With a swift motion, he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out his phone, holding it out for her to see. A new message appeared on the screen. You're closer to the truth than you think, but you're running out of time. Tick-tock. The twist ending. Before Sarah could respond, the lights in the room flickered. The sound of footsteps echoed from the hallway. Suddenly, the door to the office slammed shut behind her. Detective Harris smirked. You think this is over? He said, his voice suddenly colder, darker. I've been setting you up all along. You were always the game. As Sarah's mind raced to process the sudden shift, the detective stepped aside, revealing a shadowed figure in the doorway. It was someone she knew all too well. Someone from her past she had long buried in her memories. The real stalker was just getting started. End. This story keeps the audience guessing until the very end, with a chilling twist that leaves them hooked. What do you think?